Hello everyone, Mrs. Gigi here. What am I doing? It isn't Wednesday, but I'm still here. Things do change up a little bit sometimes. It is Tuesday, and for this week, I just felt it's Tuesday. It's the day of the week that I have time to do a live stream like this. So yep, let's just do it. What am I going to do? I have no clue, or yeah, a little bit of a clue I do have, but hello, Danny, welcome. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I do have a bunch of papers here right beside me over there that I know I need to use. So this will be the surface for today, and I will glue. I will glue a whole lot of glue, kind of use up all the papers from the fall journal that I made and just create a master board. That's what we are going for. And to be totally honest, maybe ATC cards, maybe something fallish type going on. I have no clue. It's just a matter of having fun, really. This is one of the parts. Yes, I'm going to use it just like that. Throwing this away though. We do not know if we need that, but we will leave it for now. These might be nice. I know. I don't know, Danny. I just do it. I cannot say that I've always done it, but that's the way it is. That's the way it is. I don't know. Is it a thing in the craft community, maybe? To be honest, I haven't really used. I think it began back in, like, whenever I started this whole thing. There was no other way of doing it, really. So yeah, and inviting friends and things, doing it from a computer, which I am. You cannot do that if you use YouTube, or you couldn't. No. So having the more than two people in using the computer. I used to use OBS, but using a computer and streaming with several people, that wasn't a thing. So that's why. Hello, Time Lord. Welcome. The donation to Mike. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Oh no, no worries at all. I just want to be able to support people that I like, channels that I do visit. I would say almost every day, isn't it? So yep, I did that. So hopefully you could go and buy a thing or two what he needed. I don't know, but in Time Loop, you're kind of old in this crafting community type thing. You might explain to Time Lord or to Danny why I use this whole situation. But yeah, it is what it is. Oh, are you still upset, Time Lord? I'm so sorry to hear about that. Oh, thank God. Yeah. Being upset, that's not at all a thing that I like. Definitely not. Positive vibes is more important. Are we going to save that? I don't know. Sometimes when doing crafting, I feel like I want to just throw everything away. So it might be a thing one day, but not today. So with things going on this week, the week has been crazy in a way because of work. And yeah, it is a whole whirlwind of things really going on. So I don't know. The future will decide on what to be done next. So yeah, we'll see. But there will definitely be changes with no, with work, the work situation. And for those of you that don't know, I am back into, I work in the school situation, but I'm also back in school. So that's kind of, I don't know, not intimidating, but it's a little bit of a thing working full time and having school and or do all kinds of other things as well. So yeah, let's just see what we can do. Gluing these things down might be what we do. Just, like I always say, these things will definitely not look yeah, sorry for that, Time Lord. These things will not look like these. We will have to just tear the things apart, and then it will become something, a master board. um, should get a part-time job. Yeah, that, I don't know what type of job you're searching for, Time Lord, but so, I feel like I work all the time, or I could if the situation were different, but I am kind of glad that I'm able to do what I do in terms of also kind of changing up the hours a little bit. So that's neat. Let's use up this glue. So are you thinking about doing anything specific work-wise? Like, it's hard to get a job these days. It is really hard. Let's use more glue. Work might be a boring thing, Danny. One of those, I don't know if you've heard of it, but in the crafting community, we tend to go with the adulting part of whatever you're doing, and then this thing, the fun part. So yeah, that's kind of the adulting part of our life, is unfortunately one thing that we have to do in some way, shape, or form. Even though you might not feel like it some days. And yes, some might know I changed it up kind of several times, but lately, the last couple of years, see, we definitely need, I'm going to cover this whole thing in so much glue that it will be really stiff in the end, I will say. But at first I was thinking about using this as some sort of cover for something, so, but I don't know. Let's not do that. Yeah, the it's difficult to find a job. In one way, it's difficult to find a job that you are, comfortable working. I don't want to say it, but in one way, it's like you have to be able to work for several years in whatever you're choosing to, but then you sometimes might feel stuck in what you do. So that's definitely a thing. See, doing, I wouldn't say one layer of this, but it definitely needs more of this gluing. And of course, I should have thought about the thought of, having nail polish and doing these things. Hello, Queen Bee. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Dana. Doing glue, nail polish, and um, everything in terms of color. That's not a good thing. But it is what it is. So now I am actually using up all the bits, or not all the bits, because we do print out quite a lot of things when doing these, but there are definitely parts of the digital that I printed out to be able to create the full journal. And of course, I could have taken these, putting them in the journal. No, for this thing it wasn't an option or an option to do. I just felt in a way that I wanted to use them up. So that is what we are doing. So hope that you're doing well, Dana and Queen Bee. Really nice to have you here. And then, of course, doing this, it might end up with nothing, because the process is the more important thing than what the end result will be. Let's twist that around. We do want to see. And I don't really mind, as you can see with the glue, the papers and all the colors are I don't even know. It's mixing up. This is just the first layer, so no worries at all. And to be truthful, these are not going to show by the end of this, or maybe just a tiny, tiny, tiny part of everything. So there we have that, and this was a little tag. We are not going to use it as that. So fall is I was about to say here. It is definitely here where I am, and I'm really glad to be able to say that I love fall. I love to be inspired by all the colors and all the leaves on the trees everywhere, the nature. It's beautiful. Have a good night's sleep, Bee. It was really, really nice to have you here. So these, usually this time of year, I'm out in nature quite a lot, walking or running, or just out actually walking the dog, because I don't know, it's something about fall. It might be the coziness of being I don't know, inside by the fireplace, maybe, which I could have been if I were downstairs in the, by the fireplace, but no, I'm not. I am not. See these. I'm now thinking when looking at this one, are we going to add just plain pieces of full colored paper, like red and yellow and orange and brown and all those types of things? Might be. Let's see. Let's put that one there. And up in that corner, there are not much glue at all. So let's just put it in. So my schedule for the week is going to be a little bit different. That's why I am live today. Because I felt like if I wouldn't be able to go live today, I wouldn't be at all this week. And that would have been a pity. Yeah, it is. After all, it's autumn. It is. Or fall, or whatever you say, depending on where you are in the world. Look into using these. It would be quite nice to be able to put some, I don't even know, like, is it, yeah, it's a little bit brownish type, little wood scenario or whatever. I was at one point thinking of doing the jelly plate printing because I got inspired by a video last night, but with the jelly printing, it's all I love doing that, but it's so messy. There are so many things involved in with colors and papers all over. I kind of get all into too many things at once, and with that I am thinking like there will definitely be papers all over the room because I go full on like creating those, and I don't have time for them to let dry. Oh, the leaves have fallen. They are about to fall. It is actually kind of warm here still for being October. It's October. Like seriously, something is definitely going on with the weather. October is coming up and it's still for us it's up in the 70s some days. That is so strange. It is really. So I would, yeah, I'm thinking that I will use this, or am I now debating with myself? Do I want to use this as a cover for something? We will have to look into the result when that is coming. Yet another glue situation. Can you get too much glue? I don't know. It will definitely dry super clear, and this will be hard. This will definitely be. Let's see, where do I wanna like that? Do I even have to bother? And Halloween, depending on where you live, I would say definitely, because it is a thing in the bigger cities. And I think I've talked to like Beth about this earlier, several years actually, because it's kind of growing. But then I've actually heard from parents for the kids at work, like they don't really like Halloween. So here it's kind of changed up. I do live in a tiny little village, and the last 5 years maybe there's been a thing where all the kids are going from house to house. But this year it doesn't seem that it's going to be as big as it usually is. And I don't know how it is in the UK or Scotland nowadays, but Halloween didn't really used to be a thing over there either. And, to be honest with you, I think it is definitely going to grow into something one day, because that is how it works. I would presume that Valentine's Day, or now when thinking about it, back in when I was a kid, Valentine's Day wasn't a thing here in Sweden, but it is today in one way. People do celebrate Valentine's Day, but not as big as maybe other countries. But we, and I don't know if it is a Swedish thing, but we don't really do celebrate a lot. Like, of course, birthdays and things like that is totally different. But in terms of big celebratory type days, we don't really have those. It might be kind of boring, but we do have, like, the bigger one, like Christmas, of course, and Easter, and then yeah, I would say midsummer. It is June. Let's think about it. Is it June 23rd? No, I don't even like it. It's 22nd of June, I think it is, or yeah, and that's it's the biggest thing, midsummer. That's even bigger than Christmas in some ways. So your mom said that there was some Halloween traditions in the northeast of it. Oh, yeah, all this stuff is, yeah, all of it is. And I know that I don't know, St. Patrick's Day might be a thing too, but no, it's not over here, not at where I am. And yeah, let's a crayfish party thing is what we do celebrating end August, beginning of September. Fall festivals and kids trick or treat. Yeah. And then you have Thanksgiving. I wish that would have been a thing here because I like that tradition, but no, it is not. I usually just have a little version of Thanksgiving here at my house type, but that's definitely nothing that we do celebrate as, like a country type thing. I know families that do, but it's definitely not a holiday per se. Yeah, you do get, yeah. I wish that would have been a thing here in Sweden, because that is for a good purpose in a way. I don't know, but it feels like it anyways. Um, let's see, we do need more. I was at one point thinking about using napkins, of course, because usually you do that in making these. Then I had all of these little pieces of um, ephemera that we definitely need to use up. And in one way, I do want to cover it all, but yet again, no. This is getting crazier and crazier by the minute. was mainly because of the Scottish influence. Oh, yep. There are so many fun things to be able to celebrate, but and oh no, I don't know about the things because yeah, midsummer and of course Halloween in some ways, but we do not really have too many other things. Is it there? Oh, it might be that yours are European, Dana, or influenced by European, customs or whatever. Like, yeah, could be. I don't know. Is that a thing? With, of course, looking into other cultures and things. That's really fun. Now thinking with the relatives in Switzerland. No, I don't know. There are, yeah, the Sylvester Fest is a thing there. Trunk or treat? Oh, what's that? Explain to us what that is. Because I'm looking into this, realizing, with doing these type things, like, what am I going for? I know I have a whole bunch of Halloween papers, Halloween ephemera pieces, Halloween, whatever. Like, there are, I do have, but no, I do not celebrate it, and I do not use any of the things Halloween. So I don't know. Should I just throw them away? I'm getting a little bit sad by doing that though, because yeah, I was about to say that you don't really throw things away. No, it's one of those things. I could just throw everything away in one way, but then it is a little bit sad doing that when I know that others might want them, figuring out the way to send them to people. Yeah, I don't know. But that is actually one thing that I've considered, sending things. So, yep, we'll see. Just covering the pumpkin. Who am I covering the pumpkin? No. Let's see. The church people will open their car trunks and decorate them to give. Oh, huh. Never heard of that. It's really fun to, or that I would say that's a good new thing to me. It's really fun to be able to hear all the traditions. Or might it be that I'm boring? I do not celebrate a thing. Yes, I do, of course, but no. Or is it that the Americans, sorry, all my American friends, but they tend to do celebrate like a lot for everything. I don't know. I do like parties. I definitely do. But celebrate everything or kind of come up with things to celebrate. Like commercial, like, with the stores and things. That's what I could definitely come up and celebrate a thing with the friends, this weekend or whatever weekend coming, but do like a commercial type situation with, no, that's not really necessary at all. It's way better to just meet up with friends and have fun. And celebrate that way, whatever you like to celebrate. this, I need to kind of tear it apart. I don't like the edge straight like that. Christmas play. Oh, Christmas play as in theatrical type play, Dana, because that is what I'm thinking. It might not be this the thing, but or yeah, I don't know. Christmas play. I was all into musicals and things at one point in my life. I'm not anymore. I'm not anymore. You know, it's been a lot of things going on. Singing in a choir, singing, dancing, yeah, doing all kinds of things. And some of it I still do, of course. Usually about the story. Oh, yeah, yeah. So like more theatrical type things. And yeah, I don't know if that's a thing here. Here they used to have like a choir. That is as far as we are getting. So we do need these pumpkins. So there is a whole bunch of things going on here, as you can see, but I don't know. Let's see if we are actually going. I'm debating with myself if I want to cover it up totally or if I just want to leave plain white pieces, like all over here. And of course, you won't really see things anymore. Not as clear, anyway. Hello, Becca. Do you want to join in? I don't know if you have time for that, though, but you are more than welcome to join the fun glue things over here. I don't even know what I'm doing. Is that a thing? Of course, I did. I need to tear the other way around, as you can see, towards you, and yeah, I don't even know, the other way around. Different type of tearing. Oh, you did work on the. Oh, that's going to be. I'm. It's going to be fun. Hopefully, I will be able to just join in for a tiny, tiny little bit. For a tiny little bit, it will be fun. So tell us a little bit about the hop for those that haven't heard about it. There might be replayers on this one. Let me know. And I actually realized yesterday, I think it was, there are a couple of creative people from like Australia and actually Eastern Europe and things that I've followed that are back that I haven't seen around for I don't even know how long. Let's see. Every time you go to the party, yeah. A pantomime. Oh, that that's a thing. I've heard about it before, and that's a thing here too, actually. I don't know if I should say that out loud, Dana, but 30 slots that we filled. Oh. it's so much fun. 30 slots. That's a lot of people. It's going to be fun. So you are starting this on Friday? Like a little introduction type? I don't know if I will be able to join that because I'm going away Thursday. And yeah, we will see. We will see. Let's put a thing down here. Now thinking, should I just doodle on these? Sometimes it's easier to just look in camera to realize what I've actually done. No, we do need a lot more. We can use these. A secret agent going on a mission. No, I am going on a mission, if you like to call it that, but I'm actually going away. Do I usually do that? No, that's why it might be secret, but I do have a life outside of YouTube, so that might be why. That might be why. Some of you might not see that. I know with everything, and I would say I am Mrs. Gigi to most of you, but not all. Becca and oh, you thought that YouTube. At one point, I would say it kind of was because I was on here literally all the time. I was. No, just joking there, but I was on here a lot because I could. And then life changed, and I did a lot of other things. So, and with that came the opportunity of doing a thing or two that I wasn't really planning on. We do have pantomimes. Let's see, it's a mandarin. Oh, yeah, in drag. I don't know where it is. Is it at Sea World? No, somewhere. I used to follow a guy. I would like to say it's Sea World, but he is a pantomime for the audience while waiting for the show. And back in my mind, it's kind of the Sea World scenario there. Or yeah, he's done a whole bunch of fun things. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Um, let's see. We have lots of men dressing in drag these days and having sex. It is weird how the world has changed. Yep. Yeah, you can definitely say it's changed. I actually had a little discussion with some of my kids the other day. Not my I would say actual kids, my kids, not the kids in school. And we spoke about things that I used to do, and they just laughed um, with what I thought was kind of the thing. It has definitely changed. It's rougher these days, I would say. It is society is hard, and to yeah, it is hard. It not really nice at all at times, which is sad. Trends trends have gotten way. Oh yeah, it has. I talked to a colleague today about braces. Even getting braces has been a thing. Back in the day, you used to have it because of your teeth being all crooked and things, um, or like a medical issue with that or something. But now you can get it everywhere. Like you can, I don't know. I wouldn't really say it's a bad thing, but it has definitely changed. And I feel so old saying that. That is, oh, I don't know. Didn't really feel right, did it? It's, let's see. Oh, now you're coming up with, let's Dana. One thing to say, it has changed in your eyes in some circles of life. Those things you mentioned were a normal part of life. Yeah, I will. Yeah, getting all deep back over there in your corner of the world. Yeah, but it is true though. It is definitely true. Yeah, reading all kinds of things in the newspaper. Mm, let's look into the. It is all. It's a whirlwind of things here. It has increased. It might have. Yep. This. I don't know about this. Um, to me, it's a scene, and I would like to place like a hedgehog over here. It's really, really cute, and I don't want to like tear it apart. I don't know what's with this specific one. I like it a lot. Mystery Place in the Dark Ages. One thing, Time Lord. I live 1 hour from Sweden's second largest city, and they have like spooky walks throughout the city during like late evening and nighttime, visiting all kinds of like the tunnel system in the city and things from back in the day. One thing I would love to participate in one of those walks in one way, but then I would really be scared. But I don't know. I feel like I want to like participate in the walks someday, some ways. Let's see. It's nice to hear that you are good, Becca. You never know with things. Let's put this one down here. Looking at this, there is so many things. I'm going to tear this part of the paper off. Remember, for those of you wondering here, this is just printed paper, because I knew that I would just, do this whole thing for fun. And I had these printed out, I would say maybe a year or two ago, just laying here waiting to be used, as I didn't have time to do anything last year because of school. So they are just used up, which is really nice now. So haunted walks here too. Yeah, I would love to participate in one of those, but going in like the in Gothenburg, which is the city, um, there are so many tunnels under the city, uh, that I would say, yeah, they are kind of close in, so you cannot reach them if you're not on these walks. Um, but yet again, it is scary to be down there. I think they are scary attractions in the U. Yeah, probably. I would love to. Apart from that thing, I would like to participate in one of those escape rooms. That would be a thing. In Yeah, that would definitely be a thing. An escape room. What type though? That's the one that I don't really know, but it would be fun to participate in. Getting all clues and things to be able to, or is that my game mind telling me? I like those type games. Like I was about to say hide and seek, but that's not quite the same thing, is it? Oh my word. Hmm. Oh, you have, Dana? Yeah, to me, I do know that there are a couple of them in the city which I could go to, like in quite easily, I would say. It's just that I don't really, or I haven't had fun or time. They are fun. No, they are not here at all either, Time Lord. They are not. But it is, it's definitely become a thing, a trend, maybe. Um, for those that don't know me, I tend to create a thing like this, and then I kind of feel like I want to just tear it all up. That's what I feel. I don't know if I would. Let's see. We will definitely have to put a thing, something over here, because that is way too wide, and maybe down here as well. Some are harder than others. Yeah, I can see myself having a lot of fun in one of those rooms with all kinds of clues and whatever. Tear it up. Yeah, I know. I know I've used to do that quite a lot, but I don't know what to use it for if I tear it up. Usually I have like a, or no, do I? Um, it might just end up in the bin. And that is for this thing just a little bit. Oh, we will see. You know, I sometimes have the feeling of just tearing up, and then I will, yeah, I will end up doing that. But this definitely needs to dry a little bit before that. A little tiny bit. Let's see, we do need these. I feel like these will go there. Let's see, getting started is the hardest. Oh, in the escape rooms. Oh yeah, can imagine having all kinds of things going on depending on what type room you're in. Let's see, putting this one over. No, this one will go down here because that needs to be covered, or up here maybe. This one. Over here. Oh, more glue. More glue. So what on earth am I going for if I will tear this up? It would be sad to just tear it up for the sake of tearing things up. But that might be the way to go with this. So we do need, I'll definitely tear this because of the somewhat of a straight edge there. We do need that. Oh, am I just placing it down with no glue? There will be, or I'm thinking texture paste might be nice here. You were rubbish at yeah, depending on what type room, there will definitely be challenges to some of them, I would say. Oh, this is going to be a mess. It already is, but you know, messier. And now over, let's think, over there. No. Getting it there. So, what are we going for? Let's do like that, spreading glue, kind of letting it dry and think for a bit. So if I tear this thing up, am I going to use it? Hello Chris, welcome. A whole bunch of glue, and what if I just tear it up and use it as no, I'm not going to think. I'm gonna tear it and then see, because otherwise I will tear as, oh, that wasn't good. That's what I'm saying, Becca. Doing these type of things without thinking is the best. because now I'm kind of going into what I like to do with this, creating what I like to do. I know I've discussed ATCs at the start, but I don't know. I was thinking about black cats, but then again, I feel like I want to tear it up. So yes, that would be an opportunity. I don't have any postcards. Like, do we use those nowadays? Um, I have all kinds of ideas, of course. Otherwise, it would be kind of strange. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. Hello, Lucas. Tear it up and put it on a black background. Um, might be nice. Might be nice. Today, I just feel like, yeah, tearing a whole bunch of things up. Really, not that I'm definitely not like mad or anything. I just feel like tearing things up. It might be the sound of the paper tear that's on the black cat idea. I knew that, but you know, you're. I was about to say crazy cat lady, but you know. No. Down here. In one way, I'd like to use this. Thinking October and thinking that I would. I don't know. It is watercolor paper, which is thicker than normal. ATCs. Let's look into some of them. Let's think. I've done several. I can show you some. Let's think about the size. I will have to look it up. It's a specific size of a thing. You are. Did I just read that right, Becca? Did you just say that you're cleaning your I I'm glad. I am really really happy. But yeah. So back to the ATCs. They are artist trading cards. Thinking about the size of them, it is a specific size. So let's look into it because, you know, with the inches and whatnot, the sizes are 2.5 by 3.5 in inches or in centimeters, and that's the tricky part. Centimeters 6.3 by 8.9 centimeters. Hello, Matt. Welcome, welcome. So these are some that I've done. I've just had them stacked here. You know, at one point I just felt, you know, something along the lines of something like this. So I've created these are flower. It's a flower type game that I used to do. I don't even know. It was a couple of years back. Creating crazy flowers. Apparently, I haven't really finished these off. As you can see, several of them. This is another version. The same size. Black and white, though. All kinds of... you know. So, these. These were made with scrap bits, literally just scrap bits, the same thing. So it's one of those things that are really, really fun to create if you have like literally, I would say 10 minutes. 10 minutes or so, and just a bunch of scrap bits. It's the perfect way of using up whatever you have in front of you. So I've done quite a lot of them now, and I wouldn't say I've traded them, uh, but yeah, it is. It is late evening for you. Late evening thinking now. Isn't it like 7:40 your time or something? Throw them away, Becca. Did I just read that they were empty? Empty cardboard boxes, aka throw them away. Dana, no, I don't really have one. Crafting isn't a big thing in Sweden. Two, I used to have a lot of people, but where I used to live, but they don't do crafts anymore. Um, Three, no. It's like no, 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 and no, and no, no, and yeah, and really sending things to each other. You don't really do that. I am in one way actually debating on why do I even have a mailbox? Because nowadays you don't let me think. We get like the regular mail, we get that no, not even every other day. Every third day, um, or every other day. It's like a schedule type thing. Uh, and no junk mail whatsoever. People don't really send postcards anymore, and even companies tend to go more digital, like emails and things. So when looking into my actual mailbox together with all the mailboxes, we have like a row of boxes down the street. There aren't, yeah, maybe if you get like some sort of paper, some, there are, it's nothing. Packages and things, that's a whole different thing, but you don't get those in the mailbox. You don't get those. You can, yeah, you can get them directly delivered to your address on, like, on your porch, uh, but usually you have to like get them at the local like post office. uh, but the actual mailbox, it doesn't get used at all nowadays. For me, it's 8:40 p.m. You get a crap ton of junk mail. I'm glad. I wish I would have, I used to do a whole bunch of junk, like literally junk journals, but I can't. I can't anymore. And I've thrown so many things away that I don't really have I do have junk, but not as much of it anymore. Stitch charge and leave that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We actually have a thing with painted stones here where I live. The suggestion up above, let's look at it. Let's see. Some people do like stitches. I don't know. What did I miss? The suggestion around the town, painted rocks. Yeah, painted rocks. The painted rocks is a thing. It's definitely a thing here. Um, Shannon spread paint stones to find. Oh, okay. And I hope you heard the thing about the boxes, Becca. Black cat thing. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, the black cat thing might be. I am going to tear this one up. Am I? Or am I? Let's see. It's of course not dry enough, and but I don't really care. Would that be? Um, no, definitely not for October. And it's getting stiffer by the minute, really. Um, let's tear it up. And of course, when it's wet, it's going to be a thing or two here, but I don't really mind. So, what are we going for? Thinking straight down, and of course, I need to kind of figure out a way to. Let's see. It is getting all sticky and things. No, don't scream. The dark nights, yes. I would say the dark days is a thing here, or at least soon there is, yeah, dark nights definitely. With thinking uh, afternoons, yep, it's getting dark. Let's see if I can tear it. Oh, it's really gooey here. Like that. So, what am I going to do? I sort of like it and dislike it. I don't know. I don't know what I will do with these. Um, I was. I don't know. It could definitely be like pockets, or this one like a slanted pocket, or what if I'll just make leaves? Let's think about this for a little bit. In Iceland, they do have dark days all the time, don't they? I don't know, Time Lord. I know that we have that up in northern Sweden, and you know, even where I live in southern Sweden, it's not really dark days, but usually it's a time slot between like 10 and maybe like 10 a.m. to 1 or 2 p.m. That's like, you know, daytime kind of light during the winter times, um, on the darkest time of the year. So 10 a.m. to 1 or 2 p.m. and then it's dark. But the rest of the day is dark. And for some, it might actually be really depressing. So I've experienced people have like depression because of that. And in northern Sweden, you know, it is dark. I think it was like, was it 3 years ago? No, 2 years ago, maybe. I experienced from first week of October, which is like this time of year, till mid March, or like the third week in March, it was gray. I didn't see sunlight. It was like, I wouldn't say like it's not pitch black kind of dark, but it's just grayish dark all the time. And we didn't see the sun at all. And yeah, if you're not used to that, that could definitely be something that will, put you in a loop of depression. But yeah. And then, of course, we have nice days like today, beautiful sun, being able to be, or during summer, we have the other way around. It is, it's the sun is not going down, or it is, you know, daylight kind of all day, 24/7. So, yeah, putting the coffee cup over there. Um, we are going with leaves on this opposite side. Let's think. I have no clue about. No, I'm lying. Of course, I do have a clue about leaves. Uh, I'm going to do them cartoony like. Um, Somewhat of a cartoony like situation. Cutting them out and using them. I am actually going to use them. Let's see, put another one. No, like this. A little bit more of a circular version of a thing. I'm going to cut it out, so going for the back side of this, approximately a thing. Maybe another one like this, or sort of. I think I'm actually going to use them for something tomorrow. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show that to you all. You will just have to kind of believe me. And this one, the smaller one too, let's look into using this shape. Cutting time it is. Cutting the whole thing up into smaller bits and pieces. That is what we are going for today. And of course, with everything not really being dry, we will have to give it a little bit of drying time, and then I will doodle on it. Being in Lapland, or no, that is a strange thing to me. Lapland. Why do I try to pronounce that in English when I know it's not? Crazy how dark it was in the middle of the. Yeah. Oh, you have been to the Santa's workshop. Yeah, it's up over there. It is dark. It is. I used to go there as a child too. It's been there for, as long as Santa. Of course, evolved into whatever touristy type now. So that's one. Looking like nothing now, but it will be a beautiful leaf in the end. going to visit Santa up there. That's, yeah, I remember that too. And all the dollar horses, and the red and white and painted horses that are they are man-made, like really expensive things actually, up in Dalarna. So one thing though that is that, as far as I, that's only my way of thinking it. I love the nature here in Sweden. Hello, Heavenly Gifted today. Hello, hello. Really nice to see you live yesterday, even though I couldn't really stay too long with the time zones and things. There is a little bit of a thing, unfortunately. Let's see. I do feel like I want to cut that one like that. Did you finish up, or I don't know, are you planning on going live any more in the week, or planning on doing it like impromptu type situation, Heavenly? Clumsy? I I can imagine it being no, I don't even know how long. Um, I remember I was out. How long was it? Was it 1.5 years or whatever? It was strange coming back. And for those, I know it is a feeling of mine that of course it will never be the same. I'm not aiming for it either. It's just, yeah, it's a bit of a difference from before. So cutting this thing down, it is getting really gooey from the glue. And up like that. We will have to flip that around. I felt it there. Glue it down. Glue. Even more glue. So we couldn't have that. Everything is different around in your world, or I don't know. There is it's definitely been a bit of a big change in everyone's world. And I don't know if you know, but I don't have all my kids at home anymore. But they are grown up and things, so I'm not, it's not that, but I don't have them home, which to me is a big change. It's definitely a big change. But unfortunately, in the end, there will be an empty nest. It is a big difference with me usually having all the friends over and things. So yep, I would say that it might be, no, one has left the nest. I'm not too sure, but I would say one is about to leave, or kind of. let's see, that one is kind of dry. That is definitely not dry. That is kind of dry. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. It was, yeah, it was strange in the beginning. It was, but it's kind of nice too to be able to just let them grow up and realize, you know, I'm not getting younger. That's what it is. Let's see if we can get this. Yep. Oh no. Which one would be the one to destroy because it's glue? So, oh no, that is the new one. We'll leave that. We'll try this one out. And oh yeah, let's see. It's not really going to show much these things that I'm doing now. It's just for fun that I kind of doodle a little bit on these. Going like that. So this is a version of a leaf. And then we have another one. I just really wanted to see how this will work. And of course, you know, it will definitely work, but going all the way around. So, like that. And the middle part, another leaf. This one, yeah, it is dry enough. Enough is the key word here. Going like that. And as far as I know, we have actually created a thing today, even though I didn't really have this planned at all. We have 3. This one is way too wet. This might be a thing that we can do. I definitely don't want them to dry stuck together or anything. So with most things, like this one, it does have a specific purpose, but most things I tend to do just for fun, just because I need to, you know, have so many ideas. Actually, with things from work too, so I need to kind of try them out in a way, or like I have the like when I did the watercolor painting, I just felt like I needed to preserve a picture in my head. But other than that, I tend to just go with doing things because they're fun to do, like create or whatever. I am looking onto my right here with this, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use that as a belly band, but it tend to be kind of the right size for one. This one is way too wet, I would say. I don't mind. It's just the way of destroying the Posca. That's what it is. But we will figure it out along the way. It might be that I can save the pen. Or the marker. The marker it is. It's a marker. Like this, going all the way around again. And the middle part for the actual leaf. So we did manage to do a thing or two. And I kind of like this to be a belly band. And with the thread there, of course, it's blue. So now we are going for that. It became something. I had the opportunity to meet up with the YouTube family of mine for a little bit. And yes, we created fall leaves from a master board. Well, it was fun. It was maybe something different. It wasn't planned at all. Yeah, but it became something. So I am going to leave you with this. It might be that I say it was fun while it lasted. They turned out cute. Oh, thank you so much. You can do all kinds of things with small little things. So, yes, I unfortunately I can't, show you the end result for these because I'm going to take them to work tomorrow. But they will be used in a full project of mine over there at my work. So, yeah, that was it, everyone. I was about to say that I will be back again this weekend, which I will not, unfortunately. But I will be back next week. And next week it will be Wednesdays as usual. This was just today that I felt, it is today or not at all this week. So I just needed to get on and here together with all of you. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone, and thank you to all the people in chat and all the replayers. Thank you so much for watching. And for those of you interested, I will be back Wednesday next week, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. So see you then, and have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend. Bye, everyone.